Hey guys, it's Ginny Silver doing EDD Q&A. I am a few minutes late as usual, but today I had back-to-back things, which I usually don't do. And I was talking to an EDD specialized law firm over Zoom. I'm going to put out several different videos from what I talked to him about. It's really interesting and it answers a lot of your legal related questions. So look for that later tonight. All right, you guys, I'm going to get into it. I'm going to go ahead and start with questions at the 4 p.m. timestamp. So I got to scroll up. Make sure my technology is all set up and I'm good to go. Almost. Okay. All right, you guys, let's start at 4. 4 o'clock timestamp. Where are you? Oh man, the questions are firing today. All right, first one at 4 o'clock is Andrew. He says PEUA extension is 29 weeks. This means that is September 4th, if September 4th comes, and we still have a claim balance left from PEUY, no phase out period, won't get past that date. Perhaps there's no phase out. No, there's not a phase out period. It's a hard end date. Claim week ending September 4th in the state of California is the last date. No, there is no phase out period in this. I need water. Too much talking today. All right, Dexter at 4 o'clock. Hi, Jenny. My claim balance is 0. It's been 3 weeks since I was awarded the new extension. How long does it take before my claim balance updates to my new claim year? Okay, so your claim balance is 0 for 3 weeks. You were awarded with a new claim. Okay, so when you receive your award letter, usually about a week later after you receive the actual award letter, then it would populate and update in your UI online. People are experiencing a lot of delays though. If it's been longer than 2 weeks, then I would call in at that point. All right, we have 4 o'clock from Bruv. Was on Fed Ed, filed a new claim year, got a letter where it asked to provide earnings from 3/2020 until now to be eligible. Should I worry? Confused because I'm already on a new benefit year with a lower WBA. Okay, so if you're on Fed Ed, you filed a new claim and it asked you to provide your earnings. You're going to provide whatever you earned. If you didn't earn anything, then send it back and say you didn't earn anything because you were unemployed due to the pandemic. If you did not have enough earnings to substantiate a new claim, then your old claim will be extended and you'll receive the PEUC extension or your remaining weeks of Fed Ed if you had anything left, followed by the PEUC extension up until claim week ending September 4th. So either way, you would be extended either with a new claim if you qualify or with an extension of those federal level provisions. But just send them back that note. Let them know that you weren't employed due to the pandemic if that is your case. All right, James Paul says, I applied for a new claim on April 6th. I've been pending since claim week ending 4/10. Okay, so if you had a new claim, this doesn't say that you were awarded a new claim. It says that you applied for one. If you applied for a new claim, it can take them up to 3 weeks to process your application. So you will still be pending. If you certified on your old claim, and those are the ones that are pending because your claim was expired, you certified they're pending because it's expired, then they most likely won't migrate over to your new claim on their own. Most likely you'll be awarded a new claim and then you'll need to contact either customer service or you can try through Ask EDD using the backdate feature. You may be able to have it fixed that way. Now, if you were awarded a new claim, and you were certifying on the new claim, and those weeks are in pending, your new claim can be pending for up to 3 weeks while you are in an initial review process. During that point in time, they review your claim, and then you're going to be pending until that hold is lifted after they review it, up to 3 weeks. All right, let's see, Vanessa de la Cruz at 4. Some Republican states are reinstating their job search requirement in California. They did that, and in California, if they did that, and it's a big if, for us who have never given a page to fill out 3 work searches, we may need to soon. If they do require you, that restriction is lifted because of any reason, the EDD will notify you that there's been a change in their work search requirements. You can always access your work search requirements for your own unique claim. I'm thirsty, hold on. You can always access your own work search requirements and your own unique claim by going to your UI Online dashboard. And then right there where it says all your stats, you should be able to see your work search requirements. So they will send you a notification. It'll also be changed on the federal provisions for unemployment page because that's where they're stating any updates to that. It'll also be listed on the eligibility page, which is where they currently state the work search requirements. But always check your own claim to be sure of your own unique situation. All right, scrolling down. As a reminder, you guys, I can never get all of the questions because there are so many, but I will get as many as I possibly can. Yes, I can't do them in order. I do skip around because I'm trying to grab as many as I possibly can. So if I don't answer your question, you can re-enter it every 15 minutes. All right, let's see. Casey at 4 o'clock says, hi, my Fed Ed year ended 3/22. My week 3/27 is still pending. Everything else after that week is clear. I still have an old balance, so waiting to hit 0, but how do I clear the pending payments? Okay, so your Fed Ed year ended 3/22. Okay, your week 3/27 is still pending. Yes, because you certified for a week after your claim had ended. So that's going to stay pending because you reached the end of your benefit year and the EDD has marked that one as pending because your claim is no longer valid because they want you to file a new claim. So in order to get your pending pushed to paid, you're going to have to file a new claim. You can do this by either doing it online or you can call into customer service if you're able to get through. If you have not worked enough in order to substantiate a new claim, then what they will do is they will extend your old claim and allow you to collect on that with the additional PEUC extensions and first using up your Fed Ed balance up until claim week ending September 4th. Now, you can file online or you can call into customer service if you know that you did not work enough. And in most cases, I won't say all because not all customer service reps are the same, but in most cases, the customer service rep will be able to note in your account that you don't qualify for a new claim and kind of bypass that application. But either way, you do have to have EDD push through that on your account. All right. I am going to Aqueous Gem. Hi, Jenny. I can now certify for my week 117 through 123. But what if I don't have the link of the websites I applied to on the day anymore because such a long time ago? Okay, so what you can do right now, the work search requirements are still waived. You can go to the eligibility page on EDD, search eligibility EDD, and you'll see it noted there as well as in your UI online, just to confirm for yourself. But there is not a requirement that you must search for work at this point in time. A lot of people are still furloughed from jobs that are closed due to the pandemic, et cetera. So that is still lifted from being a restriction, but you still do want to certify that you're looking for work and look for work so that you don't get held in a stop payment alert and then have to do an interview. I have videos on that. So what you can do is you can certify that, yes, you are looking for work, and then make sure you're looking for work so that it's true. But then you don't have to enter in your work search history. You can skip over that part without being penalized. So you are able to do that, and that's fine. All right. Jillian at 4 o'clock. I hope we can truly collect until September because I feel that with the rate of economic growth, they may cut us off way before September end date. This is coming from a federal level stimulus bill that was signed into law. So signed into law was the provision that PEUC and PUA would be extended up until claim week ending September 4th. Now, with that being said, the EDD has many problems, we all know, in terms of getting things worked out in a timely manner and in a way that actually gets people paid. So you are entitled to receive, if you're eligible, PEUC or PUA up until claim week ending September 4th. However, if the EDD has delays, they're sticking you in pending. If you have other issues that are on the EDD's fault, you might have a delay in your benefits, but you're still entitled to those benefits as long as you're eligible. All right. Scrolling down, 401 timestamp. Let's see. I don't know what that is. There it is, 401 timestamp Mackenzie. I called in again and I got a tier 2 rep to fix my pending payments. apparently there is a system block that gets triggered. Hope this helps others. Yeah, so I have a lot of content based on pending payments. The pending flowchart is a really helpful video where I just go through each type, and it's a visual aid, and it's not as densely confusing as some of the other content that I might have put out on it. And then there's another more recent pending video as well, which is really helpful. I'm doing one of these in the thumbnail. And those two videos kind of go through all these problems. There's an internal trigger system called Stop Payment Alerts, which the EDD had to switch off. They didn't have to, but they did. They switched it off when they had the influx of all of the pandemic unemployment applications. And then the auditor came in. Auditor did an audit and realized that they were granting benefits to everyone, and they had all of the fraudulent claims. Now, the Stop Payment Alert system has been switched back on. Many, unfortunately, are getting stuck in pending because the Stop Payment Alert system will trigger you if you answer something pandemic related, because the system isn't built for the pandemic. So if you are stuck in pending, watch those two videos. You most likely will need to call in unless it's a benefit year issue. All right, scrolling down. You guys are asking where I am. Yeah, I was late. I'm sorry. I overdid it today. I did an 1.5 hour long Zoom video with an EDD law firm, which you'll see later in a series of videos. All right, 403, John Francis Garcia. What's going on with my friend? New claim on the 29-week extension. Until now, she has 3 payments pending, 410, 417, 424. Okay, so if they have a new claim wouldn't be on the 29 extension. That would be an old claim extended with the 29 weeks. So number 1, check and see if their benefit year has ended. Look in UI Online, claim start date, count 12 months out. If they have reached the end of their benefit year, which is 12 months worth of benefits, yes. If it says on extension, still count out 12 months. Then you need to file a new claim. You'll be pending because your claim is expired. So that could be it. The other reason could be that they have some sort of a stop payment alert applied to their claim. Now, with claim week ending 410, many of you are stuck in pending for that time frame. The main thing that seems to be tripping up the system and getting your payment stuck in pending for claim week ending 410 is the fact that that is the start of a new quarter. And when claimants call into customer service, they're being told by the EDD reps that because it's the start of a new quarter, they are reviewing the claims once again each quarter as a fraud protection. Most claimants are reporting that they must call into customer service, and customer service is then able to lift the hold and get them from pending to paid. So those are my 2 guesses. However, there are a variety of reasons. So check my pending flowchart video because that one does go through everything in great detail. All right, scrolling down. Okay, Jamie Wilson. Does anybody know how long address verification takes? Unfortunately, no. I don't have a firm time frame for you. Most things, if you're doing DocuSign, if you're doing it over DocuSign, seems to take about 6 weeks. I don't want to scare you, but that is kind of the time frame with DocuSign. If you are taking any more than 2 weeks, I would start contacting your assembly member at that point in time and start having them follow up with the EDD on your behalf so that they can hopefully try to expedite the process. All right. Scrolling down. I'm at the 403 timestamp. Yesenia Hernandez says, I have money on my EDD and I'm working part-time at the moment. And I've been having unemployment and it's saying I made excessive when I only make $170 a week. And I don't know if I'm receiving the extra $300. Okay, so number 1, you can check to see if you're receiving the extra $300 by clicking in your UI Online, clicking on the claims history tab, and then click on the transaction. The transaction in there will show you the breakdown. It'll show you if you're receiving, it's noted federally as FPUC, but the EDD is calling it, what are they calling it? PUC. But you'll see the extra $300 noted there in the transaction. So you have to click through to find it there. Now, your first question, if you work part-time and earn income, you then certify for that income. If you earned, how much did you earn? $170 a week. If you earn over $100 per week, the first 25% of your earnings is not subtracted from your weekly benefit award amount. Everything after that is subtracted from your weekly benefit award amount. So excessive earnings tells me that you reach that threshold, you don't qualify to receive benefits for that week. Now, in order to receive the $300 boost, you must take away, you didn't earn it, what do I call it? You must receive $1 worth of unemployment benefits. If you don't receive anything because you're excessive earnings, in that case, you would not receive the $300 boost. All right. Whoa. Scrolling down. I am at the 405 timestamp. John McDaniel, PUA, has been stuck in pending 9 weeks. Last payout was March 8th. There is a new claim balance on my page. They extended till September 6th. Try calling EDD. It's impossible. Did ID verification months ago. Okay, so PUA is stuck in pending for the last 9 weeks. PUA, stuck in pending, you don't have a benefit year issue because you're PUA. You need to, I'm sorry to tell you, but you need to call in and get through, because stuck in pending for PUA will most likely mean that you have some sort of a stop payment alert applied in your claim. Something in the EDD's internal system is triggered. They need to talk to you over the phone in order to get you paid. Now, with that being said, I know that calling in is really hard. So in my video description up top, and Michael I'm not sure if it's working for Michael to post links today or not. The Google system has been deleting links that my moderators post. So if you can't post it, that's why. In terms of calling in, go to the video description, and I have my how to call trick, which is effective sometimes and sometimes it's not. It does still work to get through, but the volume of calls going into the EDD, it's full. So at many different points in time, it may simply hang up on you. Keep trying that over and over again. Additionally, if you speak a different language, use the different language line. There are several different language lines, as well as the Spanish option on the main line. Use a different language line, and you will be able to hopefully get through a little bit faster, because those lines have a shorter wait time. Additionally, if you cannot get through and you want to try one of the paid apps, I do recommend that, sorry. If you want to try one of the paid apps, I have a video on that. Claimer, I keep saying it wrong. It's Claimer. The CEO corrected me. Claimer, I'm going to say it right and remember it. I have linked in the video description above. You can view the video where I test it. I thought that the service connected me quickly. It cost $15. No, I do not think that you should have to pay to use a third-party service to access a government agency. But for many people, they want to just quickly connect them to a hold line. So if that's something that fits for you, the link is in the video description. Additionally, and very importantly, contact your assembly members. They have been extremely helpful in helping many claimants to expedite getting their problems solved. So contact your assembly member. Okay. Scrolling down. Oh, I have to check this message from Michael. Posted the assembly link, phone trinks. Okay, so they are posting. Good. The video links are working. That's good. It's a weird sip. All right. All right. Carlos, can't say your last name. Hi, Ginny. You're getting famous. I saw they're talking about you on channel 2. Yeah, so definitely not famous, but they are, who was it? KTVU, Fox 2, and ABC 10 Sacramento have been using me as a resource for interviews. So yeah, there's some content published there. I'm glad they're talking to me. Now they always cut down. It's always like a 30-minute long Zoom. If you're watching these and you're like, why didn't she talk about this? They cut them down from a 30-minute Zoom interview to like a 10-second clip. And I really wish I had control over what they used. All right. Erica with a K. Hello. Still on pending. Haven't been paid since March 13th, 2021. Assembly member got back to me on Sunday. Sent the form same day. How long can I expect for assistance? All the assembly members are going to take their own different time frames, and they're helping out a lot of claimants to follow up with the EDD's response rate is going to come into that, and the issues that you're experiencing with your claim are going to factor in. So unfortunately, there is not a set time within which you may receive help. All right. Got to scroll down a little bit. All right, I'm at the 4:08 timestamp. Ken says, is not paid the same as pending? No, it is not. Not paid is kind of like a final decision on your pending. It means that they're not paying you. So if you see not paid, that's a red flag. Call into customer service. It's not going to move from not paid magically over to paid. Unfortunately, you do have to get through. So use my call tips that are in the video description above. The phone trick, claimer, and assembly members. But get through to customer service because they got to push it through to paid. Okay. NT at 4:08 timestamp. Hi, Jenny. Does every single person have to go through ID.me? Because I'm extended to the new year by a rep, have 29 weeks in my account, but I didn't do ID.me and I'm pending for 3 weeks now. Okay, so I would assume that at some point you would be required to do an ID verification. However, the EDD will notify when you need to do that. Stuck in pending for 3 weeks. Let's see. Okay. Stuck in pending, view my pending flowchart video because I go through all the possibilities there and it's kind of good to help diagnose your problem. But if you're pending, did you reach the end of your benefit year? A lot of people who are just awarded the 29-week extension, or if you are further down in the process and you only got the 11-week, you haven't gotten to the 29-week yet. Many people who are receiving these extensions awarded to them on UI claims, PEUC claims, Fed Ed claims, have reached the end of their benefit year. Well, if you're extended and you're able to certify and get paid, that's fine. But at some point in time, you're going to get stuck in pending because there's a federal level requirement from the Department of Labor that requires you to file a new claim when you reach the end of your benefit year. If you don't qualify for a new claim, then you can collect the extension. But you have to either file that claim or call into customer service, and they have to mark that you don't qualify and then put in for the extension. So that could be your problem. You also could have some sort of a stop payment alert on your claim, which is triggered internally by EDD, and you need to talk to them to get it pushed to paid. Additionally, if you certified in those weeks or within that first few weeks of April, many people are getting stuck in pending because it's the first few weeks of a new quarter, and that is putting a stop payment alert on your claim. So you have to call and get through if you're pending for anything other than benefit year, because benefit year, you can file a new claim yourself online. All right, Jess A, is there any new phone hacks for EDD? The current phone trick, Michael, post the links. The current phone tricks that still work, calling 1-833-978-2511. After the announcer says, select from the following, then you're going to type in 134 really fast. 1, 3, 4, all at once. After she says, select from the following, you're going to have to do it over and over and over again because the phone lines are completely jammed. That works for some people. Some people are not reporting success with it. It's about 50-50 if you view the most recent video comments on that video that Michael hopefully posted the link to. Additionally, you can call using one of the other language lines if you're able to do that. And then the only other new thing that I have is if you are someone that thinks that it's worth $15 to pay a third-party service, Claimer has received a lot of really positive feedback. You can view the video that I did where I test it out on the phone. Claimer is $15 if you use my link to do it. If you don't use my link, it's $20. So might as well use the link. And yes, I do it's an affiliate link. So I want you guys to understand that it's an affiliate link. It does save you money. I did test it out. It's not right that you guys have to use a third-party service to try to get on a hold line, though. So if all fails, contact your assembly member. All right, Satish Kumar at 4:08. Are we now required to apply for jobs and certify? Because it asked the jobs when I applied and certified. So the work search requirements are currently waived. You can see this for yourself to confirm. If you look in the EDD's eligibility page, or if you look on your UI online dashboard, you're required to be available to accept full-time work, but you're still not required to look for full-time work, as many are furloughed from a job that they're hoping to go back to and other pandemic-related issues. So you can certify and you can say that you're not looking for work, but I do want to warn you guys that if you certify and you say that you're not looking for work, at some point, the system may trigger you with a stop payment alert because their internal systems are not set up well for the pandemic. And many who certify that they're not looking for work eventually get stuck in pending and then have to call in to fix the problem. So the safest thing is to continue to look for work, state that yes, you are looking for work, and then you can skip over this place where you enter in your work search history because you're not required to search for work. But make sure that what you state is true and look for work. All right, scrolling down. All right, you guys, I am at the I gotta skip ahead a little bit. I'm at the 412 timestamp. Enrique Thomas, why is everyone pending? I filled everything out correctly. Okay, go to my channel homepage. Click on the pending flowchart video. Michael, if you have a sec, you can pull it up, but I'm not sure if you're blocking the Ginny haters right now. The pending flowchart video on my channel homepage goes through all the different issues, and it will help you kind of diagnose why you might be pending. There's a lot of different reasons. You can be pending because you filed a new claim, you were granted a new claim, and your first round of certifications will be pending for up to 3 weeks while they put you into an initial review process. You can also be pending if you are certifying on an old expired claim and you're a UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed, and you reach the end of your benefit year. In that case, you will need to file a new claim. You can be pending because EDD's internal stop payment alert system has triggered something in your claim and you must call in to get it cleared. So, best to call in. All right, scrolling down. Ramsey at 413 says, what if I'm on tier 2 and I ran out of money? Still waiting for the new update. Okay, it depends on when you ran out of money. So PEUC has the 3 different tiers. The first tier is 13 weeks. The second one is 11 weeks. The third one is 29 weeks. You can collect them up until claim week ending September 4th. Now, if you are on tier 2 of that, you receive the 11-week extension. If your balance is at 0 and you've been at 0 for a long time, meaning more than 2 weeks, then I would call customer service. If you just hit a $0 balance or you hit it within 1 to 2 weeks ago, then I would continue to wait because next they are going to send you an automatic award letter and they should update it automatically. But for those of you that reached a $0 balance quite some time ago and you have been waiting for the extension to be implemented, they stated that it would be implemented by 4/17. Now, if you saw one of my more recent videos, I got one of the news reporters I've been talking to, I got him to get an answer from EDD's, what's her title? She's the Deputy Director of Public Affairs. She's the one that writes the press releases. She answered back to that question, where is the PEUC extension for claimants that are missing it? She answered back and she said, we're all done. We finished it on time. The rollout's completed ahead of schedule. Please reference this press release that talks about it. Well, I referenced that press release and it did not talk about it. It said PUA was done. So that was not correct. If you have not received the PEUC extension, and you've been waiting more than 2 weeks, then call into customer service and they will need to apply it for you manually. That was a big rant. All right, give me a sec to drink some water. All right. Getting more questions. 4:33 right now. Okay, this is at the 4:14 timestamp. From Nicole Celadon, does anyone know if they still have that April 30th timestamp to okay, so that's the question I just answered for a long time. So hopefully you were listening and you heard that. It's not 4:30. It was moved up to 4:17, and they have now stated that they are done, but they didn't state that publicly. They stated it because I got the info out of the Deputy Director of Public Affairs. So if you have not received it and it's been more than 2 weeks, call in. All right, Mike Kelly at 4:14. EDD is the absolute. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry you're having trouble. Yeah. There's a lot of garbage in that statement. I'm really sorry. It's it's really rough, and many of you are having extreme difficulty. I want to encourage you guys, if you're having extreme difficulty with your claims, contact your assembly members, please, because they are the ones that are creating reform bills. There's a new reform bill that was just put out yesterday. I had a hearing yesterday. I haven't been able to make a video on it yet, but they're the ones that are partially due to me, and I know Shelly does this a lot too. Me and Shelly referring you guys to contact your assembly members. Well, the assembly members are creating reform laws for EDD. No, that doesn't help you immediately, but what does help you immediately is if you call into their office and you have outstanding issues on your claim that they can't resolve, that they're not resolving fast enough, or if you can't get through, the assembly members are helping you guys in most cases. So please contact them. And I'm really sorry things are so bad with that. All right, Satish Kumar, let's see, I already did that question. Let me scroll down a little bit. Okay, H2V, Pro, Eternal. When you quit your job just recently, because I would prefer to be an independent contractor, is it okay to claim? No. So if you voluntarily leave employment, you quit your job, and it was not a pandemic-related safety concern, or that you had to stay home and care for someone impacted due to the pandemic, if it's not a pandemic-related reason for leaving, no, you cannot claim unemployment. All right, Jess A, can I still collect when the company I work for reopens in July? I know my hours will be cut. I'll be working 3 hours a day. This is at the 4/16 timestamp. Yes, you can. However, it's going to be subtracted from your weekly benefit award amount. And if you earn over a certain threshold, then you will be noted as excessive earnings, and then you can't collect. So it depends on how much you're earning per week. The calculation is if you earn below $100, the first $25 of what you earn doesn't count against being subtracted. Everything after that $25 is subtracted from your weekly benefit award amount. If you earn over $100, then the first 25% does not get subtracted from your weekly benefit award amount, but everything after that does. If you are deemed excessive earnings, no, you will not collect the $300 balance and you won't receive a payout. All right, scrolling down. Let me see what's going on over here. I like checking on this one too. Scrolling down. Let's see. Day player CB. After going outside my benefit year, I got the PEUC 11-week extension by calling. Later awarded the augmented 29-week benefits, but first 2 certification weeks have been stuck in pending for 9 days now. Okay, so you're outside your benefit year, but you called in, so they noted probably that you didn't qualify for a new claim, and then you were awarded the extension. If you certified for claim week ending 4/10, and those are the weeks that are stuck, it can be due to them doing a review on your claim because it's the start of a new quarter. This is something that claimants are reporting back to me. It's not published online, but I'm getting it reported to me so often that I do share that information. You may need to call into customer service because if you're stuck in pending for that, you will need to call in and get it pushed to paid if it's taking too long to push itself to paid. Additionally, you could be stuck in pending for another reason, such as some sort of an internal stop payment alert. The EDD's computer system will trigger either how you answer a certification question, the pandemic-related questions, like if you say that no, you're not looking for work, will sometimes trip that system up and then get your payments held in pending. Or if they need to gather more information from you and do some sort of a phone interview, then that will get you stuck in pending too. So unfortunately, you will need to call into customer service, and I will need to adjust my dress. Not working. All right. Let's see. Lincoln Beetle at 4/18. I got an invalid claim letter after I reapplied because my year ended. Now I got 5 weeks pending. Call cannot go through. Okay, invalid claim. So if you reapplied, invalid claim means that you don't qualify for a new claim because you didn't work, you didn't earn enough wages. The next step is going to be that you're going to receive a letter in the mail stating that you do qualify to have your old claim extended. So you're going to next wait on that letter to come saying that you have been awarded an extension on your old claim. They come separately, and it's really weird that they come separately, but they do. So await that letter. You're going to be pending until they extend you and award that extension and upload it to your UI online. So those weeks are going to stay pending until that next letter comes through. All right. I am at, whoa, hold on. Let me refresh here. Drink some water while it refreshes. It's going back up. All right, I'm at the 428 timestamp. Remember, a lot of questions. There's like usually around 2,000 plus messages that come through in a live stream. I can only see a fraction of them because I talk a lot, but I'm trying to answer as many as I possibly can. So if I don't get your question, you may re-ask it every 15 minutes. All right. Purity Kesty says, give us our money now. Yeah, I wish they would. I'm really sorry. Henry at 428 says, hi, Ginny. I filed a new claim on March 2021. Get paid up to 417, but one of the ending week 320. I think I'm frozen in the video. Well, I'm going to keep answering questions. It'll come back. Okay. Sometimes my video freezes and I don't know why, because we have fast internet. Nothing else is going on, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just keep answering questions. I think I'm back now because Michael told me that I'm back. Didn't freeze on my end, but it froze on your end. Sorry about that, guys. All right, you guys. So Brittany at 430 says you might have to be moved to a tier 2 rep, which the wait takes longer to get through, but it's worth it unless you'd rather call a million times without getting through to a hold line. Yeah, so some of the issues can be solved by the tier 1 reps, who are the reps who answer the phone initially, and some of them, and they will need to forward you on to a tier 2 rep. Those are the claim representatives that will have the higher level access to fixing different issues in your claim. Unfortunately, many times the calls are dropped during the hold time, and I know that's a big problem for a lot of you guys. Okay, Satish Kumar, you're very welcome. Josette Blackburn at 430 timestamp. Does Biden and Harris have any clue or opinion what's going on? They got into office because of us. Should we overwhelm Senator Dianne Feinstein's office's voicemails? Yes, make your opinions, your opinion that you're not getting paid. That's not an opinion. That's you weren't getting paid. Yes, contact everyone that you can and let them know your problems in government agencies. I always recommend the assembly members as the first stop because those are the people that will get you immediate change on your own claim, as well as the most immediate as possible reform, because they will propose bills in the state of California. But yes, reach out to additional people in the government as much as you're able to do so. All right, Omar at 430 says, after I reached my benefit year end, I filed a new claim. My balance was injected with more funds after a few days. However, my payments are still pending. Okay, so you filed a new claim. On a new claim, you're going to certify, and then the first up to 3 weeks are going to be stuck in pending while your claim is under review. It's an additional fraud protection. It takes up to 3 weeks, so you must wait for that, unfortunately. All right, scrolling down. I am at 432 in the timestamp menu. Why haven't I received the first PE? This is from Pengu. Why haven't I received the first PEUC extension? I am on my original claim within my benefit year, and I reached max benefits paid on 410. I've never had any problems with EDD until now. Okay, so if you were collecting regular UI benefits, 26 weeks of benefits, and you exhausted those 410, next you're going to receive the PEUC extension, but 410, so you've been waiting a little over 2 weeks for it. You technically, the way that it usually rolls out is you reach 0, and then you receive an award letter for PEUC extension about a week later, and then about a week later after that, you are able to certify. If you are 2 weeks after waiting that, after getting a $0 balance, then I would start calling customer service, unfortunately. All right. Braden Fairby at 4:32 noticed that the way they're talking to me didn't seem to be experienced. Okay. Oh, I see. You're talking to another viewer. All right. Let's see. TikTok Frenzy EDD should have next update is to fix their phones and not have to pay a third party to get a hold of them. Yes, I think you may have seen my video I put out yesterday, and I very urgently think they need to fix their call system, and I'm very sorry that you guys can't even get a hold of them. All right. Jose Gomez at 4:33. When will meeting with the lawyer regarding the EDD? I did that earlier today, and I filmed an hour and a half. It might have been 2 hours. I filmed a lot of content with him. I filmed an hour and a half. We talked about a lot. We talked about if you can do a class action. We talked about overpayments. We talked about if you can sue for things like damages because you received your payments late and then you suffered other damages. We talked about that. We talked about there's a lot of different things. There were like 10 different questions. I'm not going to go into it now because there's a lot of content there, and I will be posting videos on it starting late tonight and several going forward. All right. Braden Fairby at 4:32. I think they hired a bunch of people to help, but they have zero clue what is going on. Oh, yeah. So the experience level of the claim reps is unfortunately had a great discrepancy. Some are very experienced. Some are very poorly trained. If you call into customer service and you get an answer that does not seem right, unfortunately, I know that the phone lines are really hard to get through, but if it were me, I would call in and I would get another representative to confirm the answer, because unfortunately there is a big difference of customer service skill levels and the ways in which they will deal with your claim. All right, DJ Viking Shane at 4:35. Hi, my last 3 claims are stuck in pending. I'm PUA and I believe everything is set except I marked the box that I had COVID. Could a COVID case make me be stuck in pending? No, because they are, if you have COVID, that's a pandemic related reason, and they aren't required to switch you over to disability necessarily, unless you are disabled from COVID for a significant period of time. Now, I can't tell you exactly, I want to be careful how I answer that. If you mark that you have COVID, it could potentially put you in pending if they need to gather more information about your claim. It also could trigger their system to move you over to disability benefits if they have not accurately updated their system. No, they shouldn't kick you out due to a COVID-related reason, but because it's the EDD and their internal systems are not up to par with the pandemic, it could. Either way, because you're pending, you need to call customer service if you're pending for more than 48 hours, and it's not a benefit year problem that you can solve yourself, and you're not brand new claim waiting that 3-week review period. All right. All I see here is Manny Gonzalez. She skipped my question. Yes, I did. Guys, I get thousands of messages in these, and I do skip around. All right. All right, got that. Ghostwriter. I'm in the pending status again. They told me it won't happen again. Unfortunately, many are reporting that they are stuck in pending. They call into customer service. They're told, oh, you have a stop payment alert. They fix it, push them to paid, and then a few weeks later, you're stuck in pending once again. Unfortunately, this is something that is happening frequently, and I'm very sorry to hear that. I wish I had a fix for you. All right, scrolling down. Tyler 32, how do I get a hold of a live operator on EDD? I've called so many times. Okay, so the trick that I have that still works for some of the time, not all of the time, is calling 1-833-978-2511. When the announcer states, select from the following, then you type in 134. That's still working for a lot of people. On the video where I demonstrate it, you can see in the comments who it worked for recently. Michael can post the link to that video. Additionally, if you can't get through, try one of the language lines if you speak a different language, because those oftentimes have a much shorter wait time. Additionally, if you are someone who feels that it is right for you to pay a third-party service to connect you to a hold line. There's a lot of good feedback from Claimer from my subscribers. I do have a link for it in the video description, which saves you $5. And following that, if you can't get through it all, then contact your assembly member and they will help you on your behalf. All right, Simone River at 437. Hi, Ginny. Will I get this money? I filed about 2 weeks ago. Last payment issued. None. Claim balance, 14,000. Weekly benefit amount, 167. Yeah, so if you filed 2 weeks ago or you certified 2 weeks ago, I'm not sure which one. If you filed a new claim and you certify, your certifications are going to be pending for up to 3 weeks. They're going to be noted as pending. If you filed a new claim and you're not able to certify yet, and let's see, status paid, I'm not quite sure. There's an additional comment from you here. Let me read it. Benefit year 4/11 through 2021, 9/4. Okay, week 1 certification, status paid for 1 week ending 4/17. Week 2, status paid. It sounds like you're getting paid. I'm a little bit confused. I see that you're a member. I'm immediately following this live stream. I'm going to post my weekly members only Q&A post in the community. I'm going to have you leave your question over in that post because I can look at it in more detail and ask you questions about it. So I'm going to have you post that later since I'm a little unclear on your problem. All right, Josie Vendel at 436 says, which of your recent videos will show a step-by-step instruction to file a new unemployment? My file a new claim video is geared toward pandemic unemployment, and it was created almost a year ago. I have not and will not create a new video because I can't go through the process myself again. I haven't collected in quite some time. I'm not able to file a new claim and walk through all of the steps, so I won't be creating a new video on it. But you can view the old one if you would like. It's on my channel homepage. You just search for file a claim, and then you'll find it. All right, Pat at 437, asking me to certify. Okay, that's good. Then certify. Scrolling down, I am at the 438 timestamp. Sophia Escobar says, hi, Ginny, received my extension letter, but it had a claim date of 4/18. I have not been able to certify since 3/9. I am still at a $0 balance and within my benefit year. Will I get retro pay? Okay, so if you received your extension letter, had a claim date of 4/18, you've not been able to certify since 3/9. Okay, so if your extension came through and you have a gap in your certifications, I would call customer service. The Department of Labor's directives state that you are entitled to receive benefits uninterrupted. Now, that doesn't mean that you won't have to wait until they implement the extension, but it means that you should not have a gap in your certifications. This has been coming up for several people that when they call into customer service is telling them, oh, that's the gap. You don't get paid during the gap. And they're referring to this regularly, from what I'm hearing from subscribers, is the gap. And according to the Department of Labor documentation, the directives that they released surrounding the stimulus plan, the American Rescue Plan, they put these out maybe a month ago, and I did a video on it. It states that you're entitled to receive payment continuously. So I do believe that if you have a gap, call into customer service and then continue calling if that rep isn't able to push it through for you. You can try backdating your claim if it's a new claim, but you cannot backdate an extension using Ask EDD. So I would contact customer service. If they tell you no, I would contact them again. And then if they still tell you no, then I would contact your assembly member as well. All right. I'm interested to hear if anyone else has called into customer service and have been told that they can't be paid for a gap like that. Let me know in the video comments or the chat box, because I'm kind of interested in that topic right now because there's no information published on it anywhere, and with the EDD and the Department of Labor directives are pretty clear with that. All right, scrolling down, Moon Presence, just certify, I did it, and it says pending, and it went through. Okay, good. June Ondon at 4:38. When you reapply again, do they send you notification about the status or will it be automatic? They don't send you notification about the status until you are issued an award letter or a denial letter. Unfortunately, you can't check on the status. All right, scrolling down. Ghostwriter, thank you very much. Dave Young, new weekly benefit award amount is reduced. So, seems like I'm no longer eligible to get any payment from the EDD and $300. What can I do at this point? Due to working part-time from full-time, I did reapply. Okay, so I'm a little bit confused here. If your benefit was decreased, it could have been due to a few different things. Number one would be if you filed a new claim because you reached the end of your benefit year and your new claim's wages were significantly lower because you went from that full-time to part-time work, as you noted here. In that case, if your new claim is $25 less than your old claim per week or even more, then you would be qualified to stay on your old claim and have it extended. And then when you finish up that extension, then you would go on to that new lower claim. Now, with that being said, let's see. I think that that's probably why you were decreased. However, if you were changed the type of claim that you were, let's say if you were unemployed and so you started doing some form of self-employment work, like you started door dashing or something, you were previously a W-2 employee, but due to the pandemic, you had to change how you're getting income. You started doing DoorDash, let's say. That would be self-employment income, and then that would qualify you when you file a new claim to then possibly go into a PUA claim, and that would award you a lower weekly benefit award amount. So there's a few different possibilities there. I see that you're also a member, so you can post your question in my members only community post later, because I'm going to post that this week after this live. All right, scrolling down, 4:38 p.m. VG extract. Hey, Jenny, I had a question. I recently started working, but I'm only working part-time, less than 20 hours a week. Can I still claim EDD? Yes, you can. However, if you earn a certain amount of income, it can disqualify you from collecting that specific week. If you earn below $100, the first $25 of that does not count, but everything else will have to be subtracted from your weekly benefit award amount. If you earn above $100 per week, then 25%, the first 25% of your earnings will not be subtracted, but everything else will. So it depends on how much you have earned per week. All right, I am at the 4:48 timestamp. Yes, you guys, I probably skipped many of your questions. You don't need to tell me in the chat. I'm going to fix my dress because there's so many questions. I get as many of them as I possibly can, as quickly as I can. So every 15 minutes, if I don't get your question, you can repost it. All right. Gretel Pham at 4:48. I filed a new claim on April 10th after my benefit year ended. Still no update on it. Any news on that? A new claim can take up to 3 weeks to process once you file it. So let's see. April 10th, has it been 3 weeks? Well, 1, 2, 3. We're not there yet. On Saturday, it'll be 3 weeks for you. So hopefully your determination is coming up soon on your new claim. All right, Ryan Clinton at 4:48. How to talk to a person in claims department. I get through to the 1099-G, but they can't help me. You're hitting some sort of menu option that's taking you to 1099-G. There was an old trick that I had published a video on, and it was up for like less than 24 hours because it went to 1099-G. And then just like the tech phone line where they were no longer able to transfer you, the 1099-G is no longer able to transfer you. So I quickly removed it, issued a statement. If you're contacting that old number that I shared a long time ago, that would be the reason why. You want to contact the main customer service phone lines, and you'll get through that way. It's taking a lot of attempts this week to get through to customer service. So you can do 1-833-978-2511. And then when they say select from the following, you enter 134. That gets you through faster in most cases. You can select a different language line if you speak another language, or if choosing a paid application is worth it for you. No, I don't think that you should have to pay to contact the government agencies that should be helping you. But if for the stress relief of getting through to a hold line quickly and easily, it's worth it for you, then Claimer has been very helpful to a lot of subscribers. And I do have a link to get it for $15 in the video description. But then you guys make sure you're contacting your assembly members also about the problems, not being able to get through, and about anything you can't get resolved. All right. Mohammed Khan at 449. My benefit year ended. I received an extension and I've been paid for 2 months, but my claim balance will be 0 in 2 weeks. Will I get an extension since it was approved until September? Okay, so benefit year ended. You got an extension. You've been paid for 2 months. Balance will be 0. Yes. So if you received a PEUC extension and you reach 0, you first must hit 0 on a PEUC extension before you receive the next tier of the extension. PEUC has 3 different tiers. Tier 1, which is just called PEUC, is 13 weeks. Tier 2, which is noted in your UI online, is Tier 2, but if you call into customer service, they call it PEUX, is 11 weeks. And then the third tier of it is called Tier 2 augmentation in your claims history. And if you call into customer service, they call it PEUY. You have to hit 0 before you are moved and awarded the next phase of the extension. So yes, you're going to hit 0. Then you'll be awarded the next phase of the extension, and you can collect all of them up until claim week ending September 4th. And then I need a drink. All right. There's 546 of you in here. All right. Scrolling down. Okay. I'm excited to get my content that I filmed earlier with the law firm edited and put out. You're either going to think that it's interesting or that it's really boring. I don't know. I think it's interesting. It answers a lot of questions. Okay. The dude at 450. NA on the 2nd week of certification on extension with a 0 balance on my claim. Do I wait until May 10th? Okay, so if you are May 10th, why are you saying May 10th? I'm not sure what that means, but let me answer you in general terms. 2nd week of certification with a 0 balance on your claim. So if you certified for 2 weeks and you had a 0 balance won't pay you because there's no money to pull from. You would have a 0 balance and the ability to certify if you maybe received an award letter, but they didn't update your claim yet online or they didn't update it properly. But if you're certifying on a 0 balance, you're not going to get paid. So you will need to either, if you are awaiting something to be awarded in your claim, wait that. And then it'll be updated. If you just got to a $0 balance within about a week, you should receive a PEUC extension letter. And then that should fund to your claim about a week later. But if you've been in a 0 balance for more than 2 weeks, then I would call into customer service because many are at a 0 balance because they're awaiting the PEUC extension. And many of you have been waiting for several months for this. The EDD stated they would finish this by 4/17. Well, I got a direct email sent to me from a news reporter I'm working with, from the public affairs director, the EDD, sent a direct email. I have a video on it stating that they finished the rollout of PEUC extensions to claimants who are waiting for the extension. So if you haven't received it yet and it's been more than 2 weeks at a $0 balance, I would call into customer service. All right. Enrique Thomas, I called 43 times and they hung up every time. I'm really sorry to hear that. I have my how to call tricks in the video description. The 143 trick, you can click the link and view that video using Claimer if you feel it's a good fit for you, and contacting your assembly members. And I really wish I had more help to give with that. I'm really sorry. Let's see. Johnny Wick at 451. Claimer works. I think it's called Claimer. The CEO corrected me, but I keep calling it Claimer. Just got done with the EDD phone line using Claimer. I used Ginny's link, but didn't get the discount from her. That's weird. Okay. I've had 2 other people tell me that today. I'm going to email the CEO right after this, figure out what's going on with that. When you click that link, it should say, instead of $19.99, it should say $14.99. So I'll follow up with him and make sure that that's going through properly. But you can contact support at claimier.com and they will help you. They've been very responsive to individuals using that. So if you have problems with that, if you didn't receive it, please contact support@claimier.com. Okay. And no, I'm not sponsored by them, but it is an affiliate link. Okay. New soul at 4:52. Wasted 3 days, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. trying to get through just to be told they couldn't help. No, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry to hear that. Contact your assembly member next. If it's something they can't help you with and you do feel that it needs to be resolved, then contact your assembly member. I have Michael can post the link on how to find your representative and contact your assembly member. If it's something where you just have to wait, such as a new review of a brand new claim, you're going to be waiting up to 3 weeks. If it's something like that, then you don't need to contact them. But if they just plain weren't helpful and it's something that does need assistance to be resolved, call in to your assembly member's office and try to get help. Okay, scrolling down. All right, Andrew Jimenez at 4:52. I would just wait, but I think you have to ask a rep to fix your pending issues. I see you're trying to help another viewer. In most cases, you will have to get help from a representative to fix your pending over to paid. The cases where you don't have to do anything would be if you're a brand new claim, you just filed a new claim, the first up to 3 weeks will be pending while you're in an initial review process. You can't get any help from customer service from that. It's just going to be in review. And I learned from my call today with this attorney that I learned the name of it is a third party that's doing the review. And I learned the name of the company and I'm going to look them up and try to find information about them. All right. Is that the only reason why you would wait for pending? The other reason to wait if you are pending would be if you recently underwent an ID verification or documents that are verifying you somehow, such as address verification or income verification. Those ones, you send them, you'll have to wait for the EDD to apply them to your claim, and you're going to be pending until that happens. All other pending reasons, for the most part, you need to contact customer service to get them pushed to paid. And I know that's really, really hard to do, and I'm really sorry that you guys are having such a hard time getting through. Okay. Scrolling down, getting more questions. What time is it? 5:08? All right, I got about probably 30 more minutes with the questions. That's good. Okay. Ghostwriter, got your question. You're very welcome. All right. Katya Contreras says, why are so many people on pending now that it has not happened before? My account is currently pending. And when I called, they said I need to get an interview. Okay. Previously, at the beginning of the pandemic, the EDD turned off their internal fraud protections in their computer systems. I did a report on the audit report. But sorry, guys, I've been in this chair all day because I did like a 2-hour Zoom before. The audit report stated that the EDD turned off their internal fraud protections, and that's why we had so many fraudulent claims. That's why if you filed an application at the beginning of the pandemic and you were approved almost immediately, that's why. Now, because they switched those off, nobody was stuck in pending earlier on, at least for very long. Now, we had an audit report. California State audited the EDD because there's so many problems. One thing that they noticed was that these internal fraud protections were switched off. They made them switch them back on. The problem is that the EDD's internal computer system is not set up for the pandemic. Yes, a year later, they're still not set up for the pandemic. Now, these internal systems are referred to as the main one that will trip you up into pending is called a stop payment alert. Stop payment alerts can be applied to your claim and get you stuck in pending because the computer system is telling EDD that you need to be evaluated before you're paid. Many of you will be required to call into customer service to get it cleared, to do a phone interview, or to submit other documentation. So that's why so many people are pending right now. And this kind of started about maybe 2 months ago. So many more people stuck in pending, and it's causing a lot of problems. All right, scrolling down. Washington Red Wolves. Red Wolves? Yes. 454, pending for a month on extended, still have a small claim balance on PEUC extended. Do I file a new claim? If you reach the end of your benefit year, which is 12 months after your claim start date, you can check it in UI Online, NUR UI, PEUC, Fed Ed, then yes, you must file a new claim. And your any certifications on your old claim past your benefit year, if they're stuck in pending, that is why. You must file a new claim. All right. Raquel Jones at 454. I haven't been paid in 2 months and the payment status says outstanding. I keep certifying and I'm not being paid. Okay. Outstanding is basically like they owe you payment, but they haven't sent it. It's a weird status. 2 months, if you're certifying and you're not getting paid, number one, have you reached the end of your benefit year? If you're UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed, if yes, then you need to file a new claim. Number two, did you recently file a new claim? No, because you've been pending for 2 months. If it's not a benefit year issue, then you need to call customer service. Unfortunately, they will need to help you fix what's going on with your claim. And I have how to call tips in the video description above. Okay, I'm scrolling down. I am at the 455 timestamp. Joel Paredes says, benefit year ended and filed a new claim, qualified for a new claim. However, it's been over 4 weeks and I haven't heard anything. Called multiple times, can't get anybody on the phone. Okay, so if you qualified for a new claim, you were awarded a new claim, you certified. Did you certify? I don't know. If you haven't been able to certify, or if you did certify, you're unfortunately going to need to call in more. For the first up to 3 weeks, new claims will be stuck in pending because a new claim will be under review. It's called the UISD, and they will be stuck in pending as an additional fraud protection while your account is reviewed. There's no getting around that. However, if it goes beyond 3 weeks, which for you it has, then you'll want to call into customer service. They can take longer than 3 weeks, but they state that you should be paid within 3 weeks. So I would call into customer service. Now you're saying you're calling in and you cannot get through. Unfortunately, the phone lines are a monstrosity. They're a mess. My how to call tips are in the video description. Currently, there's one phone trick that is still working for people about half of the time. It doesn't work all the time for everyone, and you're going to have to try it repeatedly, but many people are still reporting that it's helpful. Additionally, if you speak another language, use that language line because it's going to have significantly less people on it than the main phone lines. Next, if you're someone that thinks that using a paid third-party app is worth it for you to get to a hold line, then subscribers are reporting back to me that they have success with Claimer and that they like that service. I tested it in a video and you can watch me test it. And I have the link for that in the video description as well. Lastly, if you can't get through in any way, contact your assembly members and they will act as a liaison between you and the EDD. They will make you a folder in their office and they will follow up with the email, with the EDD on your behalf. So don't overlook contacting your assembly members because it's been very helpful for many. All right, scrolling down. Let's see. Did that one. 455 ER. Should I file a new claim? I have a balanced benefit year is also over 12 months. Claim says I've received all available benefits. If you're a UI, PEUC, Fed Ed, file a new claim when you reach the end of your benefit year, 12 months after your claim start date. Yes, file a new claim. Scrolling down. Okay, where are we? 457. Holly Sperling, I can't get a hold of anyone. My benefits are pending for the last 4 weeks. Ever since I was awarded a new claim, what can I do? If you're awarded a new claim and you're pending, it's because you're in that initial review process. All claims for their first certifications are stuck in pending for the first, should be up to 3 weeks while your claim is reviewed. Now, because you've been over 3 weeks, I would call into customer service at that point in time. They may tell you that there's nothing that they can do because it's out for a review with a third-party company that's reviewing for additional fraud protections. So You can continue to wait if you don't want to suffer through the hold lines just to then be told that you have to wait more. But if it were me, I would try to call in just in case. All right. Let's see. Diane Chrisman, 4:57 p.m. Yes, EDD is telling many that there is a gap from 12/27 through 3/13 will not be paid. So because I'm receiving this report from many of you, I'm going to put out a video. I'm going to pull the Department of Labor directives where they state that the benefits are to be paid with no gap. It states that in the Department of Labor directives. So I'm going to pull that and I'm going to try to make a video on it. Now, that doesn't help you guys to get paid, though. It merely is for research purposes. So if you're calling into customer service and you're being told that you will not be paid due to a gap, I want you to contact your assembly members. If it were me, I would call in and I would try to get a second customer service rep, because oftentimes one rep will help you in one way that another one won't, or it has more information and training than another one. So if it were me, I would suffer calling through a second time to try to get a different customer service rep or additional help. Additionally, contact your assembly member and they should be able to help you with that problem. All right. Enrique Thomas, whatever phone truck, he says, I pinned a phone truck. It didn't work. Yeah. So as I've acknowledged many different times here in this video, I do still link a phone trick where you type in 134 at a certain point in time. That's working about half the time for my subscribers. The other half of the time, it's not working, but you do need to do it repeatedly over and over again. It's not going to work the first time. And for many, it won't work within the time that they're willing to try. But because I'm still receiving reports back in the comments at about a 50-50 level of many still reporting success, I do keep it live because I do still think that it is helping a lot of people to get through. But I agree, the phones are a mess. All right, let me refresh this over here and get a drink of water. All right. Scrolling up. Where am I? 4:59, J Mercado, my claim ended, and they said all benefits claimed. I applied for a new UI, and today it said check back on 5/9 to certify, but claim year did not change, and balance is still 0. Okay, so if you filed a new claim, it said check back on 5/9. Well, my friend, it's not 5/9 yet, so check back on 5/9 because that's when they want you to certify with the new balance. All right. Analia Cordona at 5 p.m. Hi, I haven't been paid since January. I'm in an appeal process, and they said that they would send me a letter for a phone interview, but I haven't received that letter. Do you have any advice for me? Okay, so the EDD attorney that I spoke to today gave me a lot of information. Well, gave me a moderate amount of information on the EDD appeal process because a lot of it is no specific deadlines. Now, something that I found interesting that he said is that when you send in your appeal information, from when you send it in and they receive it, it can take them up to 8 weeks to transmit the appeal to their appeals board. Not even to review the appeal, not even to schedule the interview, not even to have a decision. 8 weeks to send the appeal to the right department. So, unfortunately, I don't have any advice for you with speeding up that process. But I am going to be putting out a video that is specifically related to appeals information coming from a law firm, coming from a Zoom from a law firm that specializes in EDD cases. So I want you to be on the lookout for that video. But unfortunately, I don't have any other viable solutions for that other than contacting your assembly member and getting them on your side with helping to expedite your claim in whatever way that they can. The link to view your assembly members on how to find them, Michael can hopefully post that now. Okay. Let's see. 5 o'clock. Mayor Donna Davis. Sorry about that pronunciation. Just past Saturday and Sunday. Help? Where's my check? I'm not quite sure what you're asking. Let me see if I can figure it out. If you certified on Sunday and you're wondering why you haven't been paid yet, I think maybe that's what you're asking because today is Tuesday. I can't say. Look in your claims history and check on the status, and then you are going to, if it's pending and it's been pending for more than 48 hours, have you reached the end of your benefit year? Because if so, you need to file a new claim, and that's why you're pending. If you're pending and you have recently applied for a new claim and you're granted a new claim, you're going to be pending for up to 3 weeks. If it's pending for any other reason, there's most likely a stop payment alert applied to your claim, and you must call into customer service to get help from a representative to push it through to paid. All right, scrolling down. Let's see. Staisha Fabio submitted a new claim and received an award letter. That's less than what I was receiving, but it's because I'm working part-time. Now 6 weeks are pending and one was paid in between. I can't get through to EDD. Okay, so if you submitted a new claim, you qualified for a new claim, but it's at less of an amount. If you were on a PEUC extension before, they will be able to extend your old claim. If you were awarded a weekly benefit award amount that was $25 less or even smaller than your old claim, then you'll be able to stay on your old claim. So they should put that through automatically, and that might be the reason why you're still pending, because that's still in the works of being processed. If it doesn't fix itself, then I would call into customer service. If you did all of this recently, and you recently received that award letter, I would give it another week to see if the next letter comes through, which would be extending your old claim because of your weekly benefit award amount decrease. If it's not fixed by that, then I would call customer service. And I know how hard it is to get through, you guys. I'm not in any way saying that that is easy. All right. Let's see, 5:01 p.m. Ruben Morales. I filed a claim and was told I already had a claim, which is so wrong. I filed out the fraud questionnaire. EDD hadn't helped me any further. I don't know what to do, and I'm in desperate need. I'm really sorry to hear that. I would contact the fraud department immediately. There's a separate phone number. Let me see if I can find it. I'm just gonna do a Google search real quick. Michael could probably do this for me, but yeah, let me just ask Michael. Michael, see if you can locate if there's an EDD fraud phone number, because I do believe that there's a specific phone line for that department. If Michael's able to find it, I hope that he can post it. I'm really sorry to hear that. Number one, you all need to contact the fraud department. I would try to use their own unique phone number for their fraud department, which hopefully Michael is able to locate in a Google search. If not, then unfortunately, I don't have it right now. Next, you will want to, okay, oh, good. Okay, Michael found the phone number. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, contact that number. Next, don't just stop there. Contact your assembly member. And Michael can post that link in the comments as well. Contact your assembly member and let them know, because they'll be able to help you to expedite things faster, hopefully. And they'll be able to follow up with the EDD on their end. And I really hope that they're able to get it resolved quickly. I'm really sorry to hear that. All right, scrolling down, I am at the 5:12 timestamp. As a reminder, I cannot get all the questions. And yes, I do have to skip around because there are so many. So if I didn't get your question and you asked it before 5:12, you may post it every 15 minutes. All right, Andrew Jimenez, thank you, Ginny. Let the EDD hate on your blinking all they want. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So where am I? Roy Martinez, 512. I have filed a new claim and I've been approved. I already received money for my first 2 weeks. Then I certified 2 weeks already and have not received any money. Okay, so if you have a new claim, you're approved, you certified, you're paid. Now all of a sudden you're not paid. It depends on when you filed your claim. Because oftentimes what we're hearing a lot from claimants is when they call into customer service, if they're pending for claim week ending 4/10, which many of you are, when individuals call into customer service, what they're reporting back on my channel in significant numbers is that the claim representative is stating that that week is pending because it's the start of a new quarter, and that claims are being reviewed during the start of a new quarter, and that it will happen again the start of next quarter. So in that case, or in any case for pending, because you're not at the end of your benefit year, you've already filed a new claim, call into customer service. I know it's hard to get through, so see my video description and my tips on how to get through, hopefully a little faster. All right, let's see, I got that one. Jose Gonzalez at 513. My EDD account says paid, but they haven't put any money in the Bank of America account. Okay, if you're a brand new, well, you already are monitoring your account. If you're a brand new claim, once you see paid, that means that B of A will then disperse your card, and then it takes up to 10 business days. If you already have an account and you're seeing paid but no money in your B of A card, I would allow 48 business hours for it to post to your account there. If they didn't put it in your account after 48 hours and it does say paid on EDD's end, then I would immediately contact Bank of America and EDD. I would start with Bank of America because they're going to be the easiest one to get through, and you need to call the EDD's specific Bank of America EDD division phone line. All right. Let's see. Elevate at 513. My wife is on PEUC. Her end date says on extension. She still has a balance, but she has been hit with the reopen claim button and can't certify now. What should she do? Okay, so reopen claim button does need to be pushed if you actually need to reopen your claim if you haven't certified in 30 days or more. I believe it's 30 days. But if you've been certifying and it pops up for you, sometimes it comes when they're in the middle of applying an extension to your claim and you still had a balance. This happened a while back, and the EDD previously reported it as a glitch. I can't say if it is a glitch or not on your specific claim because I'm not sure when you certified last. But if you click it, it will process to reopen your claim. It'll ask you questions, and then it'll probably give you a certification date 2 weeks later. So it is still best if you're able to get through to customer service to have a representative deal with that over the phone, and they can remove the button, give you the ability to certify, because then you won't have that 2-week gap. So if you are able to get through, then that would be how I would handle that. All right. So it is 5:39. I am going to take 5 more minutes of questions, and then I'm going to be all done. All right, let me get down here to the next question. Drink water. All right. 5:19 p.m. Chris Lee, I extended and shows new balance. I certified, but no payments for 3 weeks. Okay, if you were extended and it shows a new balance and you certified, you're not being paid, are they stuck in pending or what's the status? If you have reached the end of your benefit year, 12 months after your claim start date, even if you were awarded an extension and it says on extension, 12 months after your start date, you're going to be stuck in pending if you need to file a new claim. So that might be the case for you. If that's not the case, then you need to call into customer service because there's some sort of internal stop payment alert applied to your claim, most likely, and you will need customer service to help you push it from pending to paid. Okay, let's see. Emily Alvarez at 5:20 filed a new claim before benefit year ends, received an invalid claim letter, and then another dated the next day with a new weekly benefit award amount. Also received a message in my inbox that I got the 29-week extension. That's a lot of notifications. So typically, if you file a new claim and you do not qualify for a new claim due to lack of wages, you would receive the invalid claim letter because you don't qualify due to lack of wages and it's following your old claim. You then would receive a notification in a separate letter that you would receive the extension applied to your old claim. if that's the case. Now, if you did qualify for a new claim, and it sounds like you did because you received a letter stating a new weekly benefit award amount, then you should not have received the 29-week extension letter. So this is very strange. Now, what you can do, you can go into your UI Online dashboard. Whatever populates there is going to be whatever will pay you out. Now, if it's correct or not, I can't say. If you feel like whatever populates in UI Online, once you're awarded that additional claim balance or extended, et cetera, if you feel that that's incorrect, then you'll need to call into customer service to try to see what went wrong, unfortunately. All right, 520, Macbeth Mindset. Let's see, they're doing that on purpose. Best way to contact your own State Department labor. They will be able to help you for free. They will give you their own personal email and cell number. Your State Department of, Department of Labor, but yes, contact Department of Labor, but assembly members, in the volume of subscribers that I have and the volume of feedback that I have from people, where I'm seeing the most results with people is the assembly member. So contact everyone, absolutely. And I think that's a good piece of information to share. But I really recommend the assembly members as well. All right, Omar says at 521, how do you know you got rewarded a new claim? My balance increased, but my payments are still pending. You know that you're awarded a new claim when you receive an award letter. They're going to mail you that letter, and then they're going to update that into your claim. If you receive your balance increased, but your payments are pending. Okay, if you received a new claim award letter, you awarded a new claim, then your payments under new certifications are going to be pending for the first 3 weeks while your new claim is in review. If you certified on an old expired claim, those expired pending certifications will not most likely migrate over to your new claim. And you will need to ask customer service or through Ask EDD to bring them over to your new claim. Now, if you are pending and you were not awarded a new claim, you were denied a new claim, you would receive an invalid claim letter, and it would say that you receive a $0 award. Then you would receive an extension award letter stating that your claim would be extended. So if you're pending for that extension, then you would need to call customer service. All right, scrolling down. I'm at 522, Jelly 17. Do you think the pending payments will be released on 4/30? No, everyone is pending for different reasons. No one's pending payments are going to be magically released on 4/30. But some of the pending payments could be released automatically, but it all depends on the reason. In most cases, you have to have a representative help you push your pending over to paid. The reasons why you don't have to do anything would be if you are a brand new claim and your certifications are pending. If you're a brand new claim, your certifications are going to be pending for the first 3 weeks while your claim is in review. Additionally, if you're awaiting, let's see, an ID verification, document verification, etc., then you're going to be pending until that is applied. All other reasons, you need to call into customer service, and I know how hard that is. So see my tips in the video description. You're going to have to call into customer service to get them pushed from pending to paid. All right. I'm going to take one last question, and then I'm going to be done, and I'm going to go see my kids downstairs. All right. Let me choose one more. Hold on. Now it's freezing. All right. Let's see. Milton Rivera. I have 15 weeks of no pay due to fraud since 2/12. I filed an appeal, which went from disqualification to appeal, with waiting on judge's decision. What is next? Okay, you have 15 weeks of no pay due to fraud. You filed an appeal, went from disqualification to appeal, waiting on judge's decision. You had to wait for the judge's decision. Unfortunately, the appeals process can take a very long time. I'm not sure what point you're at. If you're just waiting on the judge's decision, there is no set time frame for when they will necessarily release that. Let me choose another question because unfortunately I don't have any info to share with you on that. Let's see. Scrolling down. Last one. All right, Derek Baker at 5:32. My claim. Oh,